team. Okay, so this week we're going to be working on energy centre in the body, which is located here in your pelvic region. So it's all about being inspired, being creative, feeling nurtured, and just getting to know yourself before you go back into the world of discombobulation. So we're going to be doing core, we're going to be opening our hips, we're going to do a bit of grounding and a bit of opening through the chest as well. And we might have a little lie down, have a little breathe. And so you might want to bolster a cushion near you. But we're actually going to start lying down on the mat. It's a treat. So let's all lie ourselves down. Spread your hands over your head and pop your feet down. The problem is when you lie down, you've got to try and make sure you can still see the screen, haven't you? So hopefully you can still see what's going to be happening. And we're just going to reach out over our head as much as we can. We're going to wiggle our hips and just let the feet reach out. So when we're doing it, we can feel a stretch through the hip bones there. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths to let the body sag as you let the breath go. And stretch and breathe. And then let the breath go. And we're going to bring the feet back up and place the feet on the ground. And we're going to place our hands on our hips. It's only very subtle to start. We're just going to warm the body. All we're going to do is tilt the tailbone up and rock so the lower back sinks and presses into the ground. And then we're going to let the tailbone come up and create that space beneath the back again. So we're going to do that a couple of times. So just rocking backwards and forwards over your tailbone. But instead of just moving, you're actually going to contract through your tummy as your tailbone goes up, and you're going to release your tummy, let the muscles go soft as you let the tailbone go down. So contracting as you pull the tailbone up towards the ceiling, closing the gap off, hold it there, and then rotate the tailbone and let the back come up and just hold it there. So let's do that again. We're going to contract through the tummy muscles, let the tailbone come up and hold it there. And then we're going to rotate in the opposite direction. This time we're going to squeeze. So we're going to rotate the tailbone up, squeeze the tummy muscles, hold yourself in this position. You should be able to, if you just touch your tummy, you should be able to feel there's quite a lot of engagement through the base of your spine, across your hips. So what we want to do is have that sensation of pulling up and in underneath the ribcage, all the way up, pushing your spine into the ground. Keep that squeeze going, don't let it move. We're going to count down with that big squeeze. This is a really big, intense squeeze. We're going to count down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then release the hips and just let that back lift off the ground again. So you've got nice open movement. Then we're just going to place our hands down by the sides of our body and just lift the feet slightly off the ground. When I say slightly, to a right angle, so your knees are in line with your hips. And all we're going to do is very quickly, it looks like we're just pedaling, doesn't it? But all we're going to do is move the hips and the feet, and all we're doing is warming up this area of the body. Now it seems a little bit silly, I know, but just want to encourage that motion in the hips. What I don't want you to do is let your back arch, so try and make sure you're contracting a little bit through your tummy, just a couple more times. And then bring your knees up and put your knees together, feet to right and front your toes. Take your arms out to the side, just and fall down. And we're just going to see if we can just rock the knees over to one side. Anything like me, you'll hear me clicking. And look towards your back hand. I want you to breathe in and really, as you exhale, soften the hips, soften to let the knees go really heavy. So let's take a big deep breath in. Just let everything soften. Let's do that again, big deep breath in. And let everything soften. Now, see if you can push, try not to put too much weight through your hands, push up with the knees. And let's take them all the way over to the other side. Let the knees come down. Look towards your back hand again. Knees and hips are almost stacked a little. And we're going to breathe in. Let the muscles in between the hip bones and the pelvis just completely relax. Just let them go. And again, do that again. And let them go. Now rolling back up to centre, we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. And where we simply feel the middle of the back against the ground, we're just going to hold onto the knees and just feel rocking a couple of inches each side across that middle point at the back, because energy centres will then run through the middle of the body, at the front and the back of the body, and running up the spine. So just massaging that lower spine. Okay. Stay here just sitting on that point a couple of times. And then we're going to take the hands down to the sides, and we're going to keep one foot in the air and one foot on the ground and slide it out. Now instantly you're going to feel like your back's lifting off the ground, so we're going to squeeze our tummy muscles and make sure that back's being pushed into the ground. Lift that leg back up, still squeezing the tummy, and then slide the other one out. Don't let your back lift off the ground. Ground yourself down, squeezing through the hips, and then bring your knee back up. Take your feet up towards the ceiling and just let them move. So what we're doing is, even though you're moving your toes and you can feel your ankles moving, you're actually feeling that there's movement going on in the hips as well, and you're just softening those muscles of the hips there. So just let the feet move. We're going to take the feet out just a little bit, look like we were doing ballet. So try and keep them level with your hips. We're going to cross them over, and we're going to squeeze the tops of our thighs together as tightly as we can. You feel more comfortable to do it, just really matters what you do. And then take the feet back out, and then let's cross them over and we squeeze. So what we're doing is we're encouraging an awakening of that energy centre. And then bring your knees down towards your chest. Hold on to the knees again, but we're going to take it a step further. So we're going to squeeze the knees in towards the chest. You can see my bum's lifted off the ground, my tail is lifted off the ground, and my stomach muscles are very, very engaged. So we're going to squeeze and hold. Let the hands go, let the feet drop down. Let the feet and come together, knees open, just let the hips rock. Take a big deep breath in. Let the breath go. Now bring your knees up, bring your knees in. Squeeze, lift your tailbone, squeeze your tongue muscles, bring your knees as close towards your chest and your head as you can. Big deep breath in. And then exhale, let's drop the feet down, drop the hands down, drop the knees out to the side. Nice and soft. We're going to do that one more time. Come in and in. Breathe in, hold on to the knees. Exhale as you squeeze everything in. And inhale, place the feet down. Exhale, let the knees fall to the side. Make sure the feet are together. And I just want you to rock across your knees from side to side. I'm sure there's probably family members thinking, what's she doing right now? But it's very nice just to let those muscles go soft. We're working them internally without seeing much movement. And then just let your knees drop out to the side. You want to make sure that you're not arching your back too much, and you're not pushing it down too much. You've got that middle point, so you can feel the muscles here contracting and holding themselves in place. And with your feet together, we're going to bring the knees up and have a squeeze, but you're not going to be able to touch your knees together because your feet are in the way. You're going to feel the inside of your thighs start to work. So keep your hands out to the side, squeeze your legs. Big deep breath in. Now let them soften and let them drop. You can do the same again. So big deep breath in. Keep push the base of your feet together. Don't let your feet lift off the ground. Keep your knees apart. They're not going to come together there anyway, but you can squeeze through the inside of the thighs. Take a big squeeze still, big deep breath in, and drop down. One more time like that, just like that. So we're going to squeeze in as much as we can. Big deep breath in, and then drop down. Take your hands over your head and let your back arch off the ground. So now there's a gap between the middle and to the bottom to the middle of your back, underneath you and the mat. Have a big stretch, let that really open up. You're going to feel it on your hips, on the insides of your legs. Really big stretch, reach over your head. And we'll take a lovely big deep breath in. And exhale, we're going to bring the hands over the top. Let the back sink down to the ground. Tilt that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Lift your shoulders off the ground and just put your hands in between your legs, pointing forward so you can feel your tummy engaged with your head still nice and loose, but your shoulders off the ground. Then we're going to inhale, reach back over the head. Arch up the back of the ground, big stretch. Have a little wiggle here, get as much space down the spine as you can. And then exhale. Lower your spine, tilt your tailbone at the end, bring your hands up and squeeze and hold. Inhale, come back out. Let's have a nice big stretch. Okay. Front here. Last time, contract your tummy muscles, tilt that tailbone up with the contraction, bring your hands up and hold. Now this is where if you want to put the head down, you can do. If you feel you're going to keep your squeeze going, you're going to keep your feet together, you're going to bring your knees up and you're going to squeeze, and just roll up just that little bit further. Head's nice and loose. Big deep breath in. Exhale, place your hands down, let your knees drop and just let your head drop. You're going to bring one knee over and place it on top of the other, roll your weight over and just let the back just be a little twist, a little spin. And then open that knee back up, let it drop down, roll the other knee over the top and just let it sit. Very gently roll back, bring both knees up, take both your feet up towards the ceiling, push your heels up towards the ceiling and just rotate through your feet again. So what we're doing is we're just releasing. Energy comes in from the feet, comes in from above, so we need to make sure the feet are free to let that energy move into our hip. So just have a rotate through your feet. Nice big rotations. Enjoy the sensation. We're going to actually place the feet together. We're going to bend the knees slightly. I don't mean in towards the chest, just bend the knees slightly and just let them rock slightly towards you. So you can start to feel the stretch down the back of the legs, but you're also feeling that there's activity here and just above your hips to hold your legs in place. You're just going to hold the position. Big deep breath in. See if you can straighten your knees as comfortably as you can, while still encouraging your legs to come forward so you can feel that down the back of your legs. And then bend your knees. Slide your feet out, straighten your body from fingertips to toes. A lovely big stretch. Arch your back slightly if you feel you can. Just have a nice big deep breath in here. And then let the breath go. We're going to bring one knee up towards the chest. Place the same hand on the same side of the knee, and we're going to place the opposite hand onto the opposite foot. And we're going to twist that foot up towards the body. So what we've got here is we can feel a compression in the hip here. We can feel an opening through the glutes, through the back of the leg. And we're just going to hold for a second. Shoulders nice and soft, heads against the ground, and then allow the foot to move from side to side across the hips. Feel the weight of your hips rocking across your back. So you actually, even though you can feel it in your neck and your knee, concentrations in your spine, allow that massage to happen. Feel that massage rocking from side to side across your back. That's where you want the sensation. That's where your mind wants to be, in your back, not in your foot and your leg. A couple more. Take the leg up nice and straight towards the ceiling. Take your hands out to the side. Crook your foot. Big deep breath. And we're going to ground your back down. Squeeze your tummy muscles in. Really don't let that gap happen underneath your back. And we're going to hover the leg and hover it halfway so you can feel that you're really having to contract through your tummy muscles to hold yourself here. Hold the foot. Big deep breath in. Half that distance again. Hover, don't let it drop. Really squeeze your tummy muscles. And now slowly lower that back. Now just rest the body, let it go soft. Breathe in and out. Now reach over your head, stretch through your feet, stretch through your body. Have a nice big lift through the back, arching the back slightly. And then returning back to neutral. And we're going to bring the other knee in towards the chest now. Let's put the same hand on that knee, opposite hand onto the opposite foot. You're going to rotate that foot towards the opposite shoulder. Hold here for a second. Stay, take your attention to your spine. Have you rocked to one side onto one hip bone more heavily than the other? So think about being on the centre line of your spine. And that's where the weight is, the centre point. Staying here for a second. Letting the breath just move neutrally. And then moving the knee across from side to side again. Feel, again, we're now looking at the hip bones. We're now thinking about the weight on that side. The weight's going to move over to that side. And just thinking of it in that kind of way, just for a second more. And then take the foot up towards the ceiling. Feel the foot's dropped on the ground. Hands are going to come out to your side just to steady yourself and extension of the rest of your body. And to drop your foot. And we're going to lower, squeeze those tummy muscles, lower the back in towards the ground, lower, and hold that leg halfway. Big deep breath in. Hold it here, let the breath go, stay here. One more time, breathe in. Hover that halfway again and hold. Don't let the back lift, you can help it, really use those muscles. Big deep breath in. And lower the feet down. Let the body go. In and out. And then reach back over your head, arch the back slightly, have that nice big stretch, let your feet move again. Okay. And then we're going to bring the knees in towards the chest. You can cross the feet over or keep them straight. It doesn't matter. We're just going to hold on to the knees. We're going to rock up onto our top point and back down again. We're going to do that 3 times. So think about it. See how slowly. So you're rolling your feet, each vertebra touching the ground, and then you come back up. It's like you're trying to wipe away any knots in your back, any blockages all the way down the spine. So do that one more time. And come back up. And then take your feet out in front. All on top of your tail. And just for a moment, have a rotation. So even though you're moving the shoulders, what you're actually feeling is there's a sensation here. You're letting this move, okay? So just lead with your shoulders to help the lower half of your body release. Give your legs a little bit of a wobble and give your feet a wobble. Now this is when you might find it quite intense on the tops of your legs. So you're going to keep your hands off the ground. You can hold them together, you can put them on your hips. It really doesn't matter. I like to hold them in front of me, but it doesn't really matter. What we're going to do is we're going to see, first of all, we're going to bend the knee and see if we can hold that foot off the ground, squeeze the top of the leg. Now I know most of you are going to think, oh, I'm going to have to go back to do that, and I understand if you need to, but I want you to try and contract your tummy muscles and hold that leg there. Big deep breath in, place it back down. Even I've moved, look, so sitting back on your tailbone. Bend the knee slightly, lift the foot up and hold. Squeeze the top of that leg, really pull it in. Your hands on your hips front. If you need to put your hands up, put your hands down. Big deep breath in. And let it go. Now bend your knees, hug them, open up your lower back. Drop your head down onto your knees and just let the back open so you can feel all the vertebrae in a nice curved shape and it's all opening up. As you breathe, push the air down into that lower spine to feel that space is being created between each vertebrae. Let's encode that opening like a fan. So let's take a nice big deep breath into the base. Let the breath go. Now soften yourself, but really give yourself a nice cuddle at the same time. So what we're doing is, whenever we feel scared or we feel like we need to collect ourselves or whatever, we want to get comfortable, we do cuddle our bodies. So what we're going to do is just hold ourselves, take a big deep breath in, and then release, lift the head up, and then drop your feet out to the side. Bring your feet together into your butterfly pose, and we did this actually on Thursday. You want to get your thumbs, and I want you to place them in the part of your foot here. So your toes are together, your heels are together, and you put your hands and just press the inside with your thumbs onto the inside of your foot. Holding on to those, be it pressing down, we're going to lift the body and let the knees have a little move. Very subtle. What actually this is doing is just giving the muscles here a little bit of movement, a little bit more. So what tends to happen is you're probably not thinking about what's going on down here. So I want you to contract these tummy muscles up and in. I want you to squeeze all the muscles around the tailbone. That means thinking that you need the twist and squeezing up and in the body. So hold those really tight, don't let them drop. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press into the base of your feet. Go nice and high. Big deep breath in. Now bring your weight forward, place your hands down. Let's just have a little rest with the shoulders and the head, but letting everything drop forward. So you're going to feel that pressure move to the inside of your thighs. Let everything drop and just let your body move from side to side as comfortably as you can. You might still be up here, which is fine. But what we're trying to do is what's happening in the lower spine, moving up towards the shoulders. So let's just gently. It's going to be one of those classes where things will feel quite intense, but it'll not seem that there's much movement going on at all. I'm going to keep that movement going. Just one more time to each side. And then lift your hands up and over your head. And just have a reach from side to side. And if you can look at my body, although my body's moving, my knees and my bum and my tailbone haven't moved at all, but I can subtly feel the weight's slightly shifting from one hip into the other. And that's the sensation you want. So you're lifting. And to control and keep your hands up, I'm just going to talk. To control and keep yourselves here, you're going to have to really contract. So you're going to start to feel that in your hips. So make sure your knees don't move, it's just your body. You contract them up and in. You need to toilet again. Give yourself a nice squeeze around your tailbone. Hold up, keep reaching, and then place one hand down, keep your knees still, stretching over to one side. Just have a nice big stretch, don't let that knee lift. And nice open, Make sure you feel nice and comfortable with your hand against the ground. I'm just going to open up the body. So just take the head back. Take a big deep breath in. Now reach forward. When we reach, I want you to lift the body, squeeze your pelvic muscles in, reach over your head and tap the floor in front. Let your head drop. Keep squeezing those muscles between your hips. Don't let that tummy sag. Now, let's open back up. Big deep breath in. Let's reach up. Exhale, squeeze. I want everybody's muscles here. All eyes hips to really just pull it up and in against the spine. Reach back over the head. Keep that squeeze going all the way. And then lift back up and release. You're going to start to feel lots of pressure here. We're going to bring them onto our toes. And we're going to come back and see if we can lift ourselves off. And you're going to feel a lot of action around here. What's going to happen is you're going to sit and think, I need to balance. For those that balance comfortably, I want you to have that continual sensation of going up and in, and don't let it stop. So nice and tall for a second. Placing the feet back down. Have a little wiggle so we feel nice and comfortable, and then take the hands back up over the head. You're really going to start to feel this in the insides of your legs. The big stretch, keep everything still. Remember, although we can feel there's weight shifting from hip to hip, the knees and the feet and the thumbs stay really still. A nice big reach. Stretching through the body, let the energy move. Now place one hand down. Let's have a nice big stretch on the other side. Oh, very, very uncomfortable after a while. You can feel it in your hip. Inhale, let's open up behind. And as you exhale, contract up, reach through, really pull the muscles towards your spine, pulling up and in the body, and place the hand down. Let's draw back again. Let's open up behind. Still making the muscles in your hips work. We're squeezing up in as we reach. Keep that squeeze going in the lower half. Forget what the hand's doing, think about the lower half of the body. And then inhale, come up with the hand. Come up with the other hand. Turn your fingers over, try and reach up without your knees moving. And then bring your hands back down. Come back towards your toes and lift your feet off the ground. Now hold in this position, your heels together and your feet together. Let's concentrate again on contracting these muscles. It's not a case of a subconscious. I want you to act up and into your body, pull your belly button towards your spine. Let's engage that. And if you can, I want you to close your eyes and hold that position to think about that squeeze while your eyes are closed. In and out breath. I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your feet down and open your eyes, and then let your legs go. Bring your body up nice and high. Stretch now through the front of that body. Reach up with your head, look upwards, and now let's bring the body weight forward. Let the tummy go soft, let the whole body go soft, and let it relax. Feel the stretch now on the back of the knees. And all we're going to do, which I always like you to do, is have a wriggle from side to side. You let the bum lift off the ground. And you through the legs, so let's give it a movement through the back, through the legs, just to release any of that stress. And it's a nice, comfortable, relaxed movement. Right. A bit of sway. It's also going to encourage the energy to move up the centre line of the body, so keep that movement going for a moment. One more. And then very gently lift the hands up and over the head. And exhale, bring the hands back down. Okay, we're going to bring one leg in. Just think about, most people just let their hips drop, but we're actually going to contain them. So we're going to make sure our hip bones are level from the mat on either side of our body, and our legs straight out in front of us with our knee nice and heavy and soft, heavy, relaxed here. The weight's not pulling us over. I'm going to hold a position here nice and high. I'm going to crook our foot, I'm going to squeeze the top of our leg, and we're going to push the hands up as high as we can go, and we're going to stretch through that body. Now what's engaged? The foot's engaged, the calf's engaged, the top of the leg's engaged, and the tummy's engaged as we push up. So it's not just a case of moving my hands, everything below the waist is working. Big deep breath in. Relax the foot, relax the leg, come forward, reach the weight down, let the head go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in. We'll do this quite regularly, but we're going to add something in. So we're going to breathe in and push your tummy muscles out towards those legs. So breathe in deeply, push the muscles out. Now as you exhale, snatch the belly button back and push the air up into the rib cage. So we're going to pull the belly button back up and into the rib cage, push the air out. Let's do that again. Breathe in, expand all the way through the pelvis, through the hips, through the tummy. Now squeezing up from the base of the body, inwards, up into the rib cage. Squeeze, there should be a real squeeze coming from the base of your spine. One more time. Let's give it that lovely squeeze. Let the head go soft, let everything drop. Lift the head up, lift the hands back up and over the head, and release them back down. I'm going to change onto the other side, so let's move the thigh. That foot up against the leg. Let's test that hip position. We're level from the mat to the inside, and knees nice and heavy and soft. We're not working our weight over. We're going to crook the foot. We're going to squeeze the top of our leg. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we breathe in, and we reach the hips out. So let's lift up. That leg's really engaged. Big deep breath in. Forget what the arms and hands are doing. Think about the rest of the body. Exhale, coming forward, 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 forward. Drop your weight down. Drop your head down. Right, now we're down. Just let that leg go nice and soft. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in again. So breathe into that belly, let it really expand all the way down to the tailbone. Now pulling up from the tailbone, squeeze everything towards that centre line. You're really pushing, using the body to push the air back out. Breathe in again. Draw in, push the air out. And again, one more time. Breathe in. Push the air out. Let everything go soft. Let the head go soft. Drop your weight down, lovely and soft. Breathing and relaxing. And one more breath in and out. Walk your hands back. Lift your head up. Take your hands up and over your head. Bring your foot back. Bring your feet together. Hold on to your toes, and let's bring the weight back again. And then everyone likes to hold on, so hold on to your feet around, bring your weight back. We're going to go straight up with the feet. If you feel you can go that one step further, we're going to lift the feet up. And try not to, fall over, as I've seen this one. We've had a little rock around. Hold on, Richard. And then we're going to hold ourselves in position as best as we can. Now, if you need to come down, you can come down. Feel that you can stay a little bit longer, you can stay a bit longer. Now for those that feel that even if their knees are bent but they want to keep going on to the next step of this procedure, what I want you to do is, even if your knees are bent, I want you to bring your legs into the center line. Well done. Even if you keep your knees bent, that doesn't matter. Whether the legs are straight or bent, take the hands away. Hold yourself here. Big deep breath in. Take back hold of your feet, bring your feet down, don't let them touch the ground, just hover them again. Now take your feet out to the side as best as you can again. Try to sit up on top of that tailbone. Big deep breath in, bring your feet together, knees bent if they need to. Release and hold the hands if you feel you can, and then drop your feet down. Now open up your legs, reach up and let your body fall in between that central. Have a little rock from side to side here. Let's just really let the body sway and relax for a moment. And very gently, we're going to come onto our feet by bringing the feet level, just level with the sides of the mat, so they're quite wide. Shuffle our weight forward. So you could almost just lift your hips off the ground, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Lift the hips, go the weight over the front and toes. Try and keep the legs still, and see if you can come to a forward. I know everybody is not at the same sort of ability as that, but it gives you an idea of what we're working towards. We're going to bend the knees, place the hands on the knees, lift the chin up, Really stretch through the front of the body. Big deep breath in. Now we've been working here, so let's keep working here. We're going to contract round through the body. Squeeze your bum muscles now. Lift the hands up and over the head and stretch through the front of that body. Open up your hands. Big deep breath in. Let's get the body fresh, clean air and energy in. And then we let the hands fall, let the knees fall, let the body fall, let the head fall, let everything drop. Straighten the legs again. Final breath. Bend your knees. Hands come onto your knees. Lift your head up. Stretch through the front of the body. Till that tailbone up. Open the seat area. Big breath in. Now contract till that tailbone. Contract. Squeeze your bum muscles. Lift your hands up over your head. Now exhale. Just let the hands come down. While we're up, what we're going to feel is we're going to feel like quite a lot of energy and work put here. So we're just going to let the hips move this way. So all I want you to do is just a little move, and if you feel you can do it, you can let the back turn, allow that to happen as well if it's uncomfortable. Just let the body move. And then just do that from side to side, just kind of feel your body to bend in the knee. The feet like one. Feet pointing to the corners of your mat. Or corners of the room, depending, you might not even be using that. Then the body's up nice and tall, stretch through that body. Now, instantly, all those muscles up and in towards the body, up and in, squeezing from the tailbone, coming up and underneath the ribcage. These should be engaged, so you should be able to touch the belly button tight. Keeping that engagement, knees come out to the side, let's lower ourselves down and hold the position. Now it's the most unattractive move going, but we're going to tilt the pelvis backwards and forwards. So let's relax those muscles. Now squeeze those muscles. Relax those muscles, let the body stretch, let's release. Now squeeze the muscles. One more time. Relax. And then squeeze. Holding that squeeze so we know now that it's happened. Released it and activated it a couple of times. We know how it feels. You're going to come, hold that position. And if you feel, you can either just stay as you are. If you feel you can one step further, you'll lift a foot off the ground and just lower yourself just a little bit. Now instantly you'll feel like you can just relax your tongue. So let's pull it up and in. Hold the position. Big deep breath in. Place your foot back down. Onto the other side. Up and in. Hold your position. Lower yourself down. Squeezing those muscles. Really pulling it in. Holding it with the core, not with the legs. Legs are just there. Core's doing the work. Big deep breath in. Place your foot down. Reach up. Stretch. Stretch through the front of the body. So you're arching very slightly. You're opening up the chest. Really big open. Let's tilt the tailbone up. Take the head up. And then exhale. Bring your hands back down. Then, what we're going to do is just have a little walk through the feet. Let those hips sway. No, we're walking, but I want you to let the hips sway. Let the body move side to side. Look like we're just about to break out some cardio video. And then shake everything off. So when you're shaking off, you're not away your foot shaking, you're actually feeling it come from here. With your leg a little flick and you feel that release. One more time on each side. Pushing off what we don't need really. We've done this one a few times actually, so we're going to encourage you to do it now. So what we're thinking of is this point from here to here, we're going to make this muscle work. And what I want you to do is be very mindful of that muscle movement. So we keep our back nice and straight as we do it. We try not to flop the hips around. We're trying to activate this core, this energy centre here, so this is why we're working here. So we're going to put one foot out behind us, but instantly what people tend to do is they arch the back, but we're not. Tract and stay up. We're going to keep the hips still, so we're going to keep the hands on the hips, stretch our body a little bit so we can feel whether we're tilted. We're going to hold the body. We're going to very gently lift the foot off the ground, and then we're going to lift the knee up, keeping that body straight, and we're going to come up as high as we can and squeeze through the foot, almost lean forward in towards the knee. Hold the position, and then let the leg go on its own. Let it feel heavy and drop. Let it point out behind without the back arch, so we're containing it again. Let's do that again. We're going to squeeze up and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Everything's active. Legs active. Up, knees higher than the hip, if we can get there. And then back out. Just let it drop heavily. Let it go. I've got one more time. So we're going to contain that. Come up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Let that leg drop. let the leg go. So we've subtly activated and moved and torqued these muscles. Let's do that on the other side. So, engage. Take your foot out behind your back, nice and straight. Squeezing your bum muscle to get your leg out rather than arching. It's coming from underneath your bum. Big deep breath in. Now contract, rotate the knee forward, and then let's hold that position. Knee as high towards the hip or above as we can get. Big deep breath in. Then relax, just let it go. Leg out behind us, don't let our back arch. Let ourselves back up again, squeezing the bum. Now big deep breath in. As we're opening here, closing the bum, and then when we bring the knee up, we're now closing here and opening the bum. So we'll see what we're doing, opening and closing backwards and forwards. We're working both sides of the body to balance that muscle group. Big deep breath in. Exhale, let that leg drop. Now, same again, let's squeeze. While we're squeezing the bum, let's think we can feel that opening now. Keep that closed and that open. Big deep breath in. Now open that up and close the front. Bring it up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let that leg drop. Just. Now, the next one's not particularly lovely because a lot of people have problems with their hips and you might find this a bit comfortable. But if you feel, some of you might feel this is a breeze, so don't worry about what your abilities are. Just give it a go if you can. So we're going to pop ourselves so our weight's on the supporting leg, and we're going to bring the knee up, and we're going to take it out to the side and hold, and bring it back down. Okay. Contract again. Keep it back straight. Contract and hold. My knee's high on my hip. If you can get that way, that's lovely. Don't worry if you can't. Take it out and hold. Squeeze your bum, pushing your hips forward, not bending your back, and bring it back down. You can even quite stay quite low if you want. I want you to see if you can try. Last time up and out, squeezing that. Remember, we've been working those muscles. Use those muscles. And back down. Let's do the same on the other side. Alternate right first. Prepare ourselves, we don't just throw it out, we take our time. Let's squeeze and lift up. We're not leaning forward, we're engaging the tummy muscles, we're pulling up to that pelvic floor. Keep that pelvic floor and all those muscles between hips engaged, rotate the knee out to the side. Do what you want with the hands, even hold on to something if you want to, and bring the leg back down. Let's go again. Up through the core, lifting the knee, almost leaning forward into it so you can feel those muscles activated. And then let's take it out to the side. Hold the position. Don't let your body, let your shoulders drop and down. Last time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. If that's not enough squeezes, I don't know. You just have to go with what you think you can do. So squeezing up and back down. And let the hips. That's the well-deserved attention. And let your feet have some movement. Now, bring yourself to the front of the mat or front of your living room, wherever it is you are. And put your hands on your hips. We're going to do something just similar to what we just did. We're going to this time though, take the knee out to the side. You stay as you are, but I'm just going to show you. Out to the side. Hold it nice and high. We're going to bring it in, and then we're going to step back behind it. So at the front of the mat, we're going to take it out to the side. Body's nice and high, everything's engaged, thumbs engaged, everything's engaged. Bring the knee, keep it higher or level with the hip at least, if you can. Now bend your leg at the front and step back into the lunge. Breathe. Push that heel away from you at the base of your foot so you can stretch the back of the knee, feel your heel and your ankle, just have a good stretch there. Just hold the position, quite loose through the rest of it, but you can feel quite a lot of action happening here. So we're squeezing that bum, we're pulling up, not letting anything sag, pulling up, legs engaged. Knees not falling in, it's level with your round through the toe, level with the toes of the knee. Squeeze that muscle. We're going to come down. So, with the same elbow, with the bent knee on that same side, we're going to drop the elbow down. And we're going to just turn the palm to face up. I'm going to reach the other hand up towards the ceiling. What tends to happen is people say they're funny, so let's pull up. Let's keep that line going all the way through the spine. If you're feeling you one step further, you're going to reach down and have a lovely big stretch up with the hand. Don't let that tongue sag. Big deep breath in, lift back up onto your knee. Exhale, coming back up, hands onto your hips. Now step your way forward. Release. Release the wobble. We're going to have to do that on the other side. So, your leg, lift it, turn the knee out, and lift up, try and lift that knee at least up as towards as high as the hip as you can, or above if you feel that, and then rotate that knee in. Tummies engaged, moving up through that core. We're going to take the leg out behind us, bend that front leg, and step down. It's not a deep lunge, it's enough to get us engaging through the legs and the knees. We can feel the heels being pushed out behind us, we can feel that stretch through the calf, not letting things sag or engage. The tummies are pulled up, the thumbs are pulled in, body's nice and high. We're just going to hold here. Almost what you want is a sensation of trying to tilt that tailbone forward, but you're not necessarily going to get it forward. And you're moving through the front of the body. Big deep breath in. Same elbow down to the same knee. Reach up through the body, or up through your core as you hold yourself here. If you feel to get one step further, you can reach down to, if not, stay as you are. Don't let that core, don't let that tummy sag or your body drop. You're engaged, your shoulders are open, and you're opening up through your chest. Big deep breath in. Bring your hand up. Turn and lift. Big deep breath in. Exhale, step forward and release. Take off. Are we shaking up? We're actually moving the hips today. That's what it's all about. The hips with a bit of a wobble. I want you to bring the tailbone, exaggerate it. You know, it's our dance in the club, you know. If I ever get to clubs, which is very rare these days, but we just let the body go backwards and forwards and side to side, so we're letting those hips release. And one of the things we are going to do while we're standing is just drop my hands out to the side so we can release the sides of the body. So let's come up and have a nice lean. So you're going to lean in and feel that open up through the body. But because we're still working through this pelvic region, we're going to see if we can take the hand out behind us and feel that stretch move to the front area here. Now if it's too uncomfortable, just lift your body a bit, lift the hand back. If you feel like you can rotate your shoulders towards the ceiling, that's lovely, but don't force it. And then lift your hand back up and come back up, bring the other one up, bring the other one down. Reach over to the side, there's a nice deep stretch into that thing. Let the hands move, and then see if you can rotate your body outwards. Now don't put any pressure on the spine, if it's too uncomfortable for the back, please come out of it. If you feel you can open up your shoulders towards the ceiling, look up, no tension on the neck, that's lovely also. Back in. Bring your hand up, bring your other hand up, turn your hands over, let's push up and arch your back, so the bum's sticking out behind you, your chest is nice and flared, and you've got to stretch to the front of the body. Isn't that beautiful? Big deep breath in. Now contract your tummy muscles, round your back, bend your knees, and drop your weight against your legs, put your weight in front of your toes, and feel your back area here expand and open. Let's have a breathe. Now straighten your legs, head fall forward, let all the weight fall forward. And what we're going to do is we're going to move through the hips. So we're going to keep the legs stiff if we can, and let the body sway from side to side. So what we're feeling is movement through the hips. Swaying and moving. That's nice. Very nice. And then open up your legs a little bit. Put your hands in between your legs, bend your knees, and we're going to swoosh up. And we're going to swoosh back down. Reach as far as you can and swoosh back up. Exhale, swoosh back down. Last time, inhale up and down. Drop your hands, straighten your legs, let your head drop. Nice one, breathe. And then we're going to very gently lower our bottom towards the ground. And take our legs out. Bring your bottom so it's the middle of the mat. Feet are hips distant on the ground. And just, all we're doing, we're just going to have a little reset. Neck. And some of this might be a bit difficult. Some people do what you feel capable of doing. start with, all we're going to do is just bring the hands off, turn the palms up, and we're going to lean back. But before we lean, we squeeze this muscle here, not just something to engage. Look how strong back is, because I'm pulling my tummy muscles in, and I'm going to move back into this position. So if you're here and you're squeezing and your back's open, that's not what we want. We want that nice balance all the way through the body. If you feel you can, you're going to lift one round off the ground. You can turn the palms down if you feel more steady, but I tend to find it's much more difficult if the palms are up and just a bit more challenging. Let's just keep that leg engaged, don't let those tummy muscles soften. Nice and high. Lower that foot down and lift back up. Lower that foot down, keep squeezing, and lift back up. Last time, lower that foot down, bend your knee, open your knees forward in between. That's nice, isn't it? Can be nice sometimes. Rest. Breathe. And then bring your feet back up. Now, hands come out to the side. Engage your front and your back. Lean back, not slouching. Let's engage system on top of that tailbone, leaning back and lifting that leg up. Again, to assess your positioning, back, front, middle, everything is engaged. Think about those muscles really squeezing around your spine so it can't swing. Okay, big deep breath in and lower. And inhale back up. And lower. And inhale back up. Keep squeezing those tummies in towards the belly button and lower. Bring your knee in. And rock back, place your hands and your body against the ground, reach your hands over your head, keep your knees engaged, and just have a big stretch through the body. Now bring your hands down to the sides of your body, and like we did at the beginning of the lesson, we're going to tilt the tailbone backwards and forwards. So let's push the lower back into the ground and tilt the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and we can feel those muscles engaged. And now let's arch the back and release. So rolling, you can feel it roll across your back with the tailbone, release the back, come back. And rock backwards and forwards. It's just squeezing and releasing just for a second. And they're subtle. So we're going to release. Now we're going to squeeze, and I want you to pull up through your pelvic floor towards the body line. Your body is squeezing as much as you can. Your tailbone is down. You're not lifting the body off the ground, but you can feel your tailbone is very much pointed upwards. Squeezing all the time. Now release. Hands down by the sides of your body. You're going to lift your bum off the ground and squeeze your bum at the top. Let's keep your head nice and level with the ceiling, so you're not twisting and putting pressure on your thyroid gland. Hands are engaged. Now squeeze underneath your bum and let the area open. So you're closing the distance from your bum to the top of your legs, but you're open distance from your knees to your hip bones. Bring back closer lately. A big deep breath in. Now close the distance to the tops of your legs to your hips and open the area near your body. So you're open, letting from flower and lower yourself back down. That's what you're concentrating on. Not how high you can get, not what your hips are doing, but what your bum muscles opening and closing and your hip muscles are doing. So we're going to squeeze. Let's close the distance from the bum to the legs. Squeeze and lift up. Hold here. Just let the top soften because you're squeezing underneath. There should be no action in the top. Now, let's squeeze the top, release the bum, let the bum flower, and drop the hips back down your tailbone's tilted up slightly, now it's lifted around. Now, let's squeeze the bum, tilt the tailbone down, squeeze the bum, take it high. Hold here, let the bum do all the work, there's no work in the back, in the top area is just nice and relaxed, nice and deep. Big deep breath in. Now, roll all the way down your back to your tailbone, and then lift your knees off the ground and squeeze your tummy muscles so you can lift the tailbone off the ground and bring your knees as close towards your chest as you can. Keep your tailbone off the ground, squeeze your muscles here. And then release and place your feet down. Place your hands down to the sides of your body. And just relax the tummy muscles. Relax your back and let everything go, just go soft. We've only got one more thing, just very engaging. So we're just going to enjoy the moment of having soft muscles. So just think about that back being in a neutral position. The muscles in between the hips are nice and soft. Shoulders are soft. Body's nice and relaxed. And your hands down by the sides of your body. Lift one foot up, so your knees closer towards your body than your hip is, further away from your body than your hip is, just right angle, and your knees at a right angle. And then see if You can bring the other foot around as well. So if you can see, you might want to be up like this, and the knees are near your body. But if you want to challenge that and you want to activate these muscles, you're going to push those knees away from your hips, and you're not going to let your back open up, so pull your tummy muscles in and really ground down. So what you can feel in this position, so you think your knees are in there, your tummy's in and doing a lot of work to keep your back against the ground and to keep those knees away from your hips. Just hold this position for a moment with your hands on the ground. Now, if you can't feel anything, pull your tummy muscles in, push your back down, and push your knees a little bit away from your hips, because you should be able to feel it. This is, I mean, I have a very good core strength, and I'm already engaging it, so there should be a sensation there. Now, hold the position. Stay here. If you start to feel like it's really working, you feel like you want to give up on your tummy muscles, but you're not going to. You're going to engage that just there, and you're just going to see if you can tap one foot down very lightly. Only your knee that's moving, your back hasn't lifted, you're not arching. These muscles are still very much engaged. Bring your knee back up. You see, it's just my knee and my toe that's going down, but they're very still, and the muscles are very still. So they're really having to work. Bring it back up. And again. And back up. And onto the other side of the foot. Down. Look, it's just the hip moving. My tummies, my back, everything's engaged. And up. If this is easy, you're not doing it properly. And down. Squeeze those tummy muscles and back up. And down. And back up. Drop your legs. Feet. Stretch out and really allow those muscles all the way down from the hips all through the pelvic region, all through the pelvic floor, just to relax. Let's have a little breathe. We are going to up, but we're going to come back down again as well. So we're going to rock up to sitting. We're going to try and do it without touching our feet on the ground at the top. So what I want you to try and do, cross your feet over. You can hold on to your toe, hold on to your knees. We're going to rock up and see if we can come up and stop round. And then roll back down. Now rock up and see if you can do the same again. Stop. Your tailbone. Don't put your feet down. And back down. And again. Stop and hold. And back down. One last time. Come up and hold. Place your feet down. Open up your legs and just lean in between and release your spine. Let your body move side to side. Just giving those muscles that were active, they're going to be a bit compressed, and that's what we want. We just want to squeeze them a little bit, give them a massage, and then when we straighten them again, fresh blood will come in and we'll feel rejuvenated in that area. Now we're going to come up with the body, roll down, and place your body on the ground. We're going to place one foot flat on the ground, and we're going to bring the other foot up and place your foot on top of your knee. So, right foot on top of left knee. Hands come out to the side, and you're going to drop the right knee all the way down to the left-hand side of your body. And let everything drop and be heavy. If you want to release the knee here, you can do it, rest it on top of your foot onto the knee, whatever feels comfortable. But the sensation you want is that your back's really and your tummy muscles can go soft enough to just give the movement to it. Now relax your hips, relax all those muscles have just been working, let everything feel heavy. Allow those muscles to relax and be heavy. Stay there a couple more minutes. One more breath, should I say. Relaxing and releasing. Now bring the foot back on the knee and bring it back up to centre. Over the foot on top of the other knee. Roll the knee over to the other side and let those knees go heavy. If you want to unhook the feet and knee, you can do whatever feels comfortable. Even with the shoulders slightly lifted, that's fine. You want to encourage gravity to pull one way on the knee, gravity to pull the shoulder in the opposite direction. Now again, rest all those muscles, breathe in and out. And again. And out. Last time. And out. Now bring bring your foot back on top of that knee, bring your knee back over, bring your knees in towards your chest, and just rock over that nice point on your back, just tension in the lower. Let the feet move. And opening up this area of the body is really good for nurturing. So if you feel, people feel they're disconnected, or maybe they feel a bit unloved and things like that, whether it's partners, mothers, fathers, whatever. And this is a really good way of letting go of any anguish that's attached to that. So we're just allowing the hips to move and release any tension. So let the knees move as well. So it's a kind of it's like you're pulling on your knees and opening up your hips and rocking from side to side at the same time. So allow the tummy to be as soft as possible. There's no tension in those hips. And you're just feeling each hip touch the ground and the weight transfers. Let the feet go. And so come to station, let the feet move and drop the feet down, drop the body down. Now if you've got a little bolster or a cushion, we haven't really used it for moves, but if you want to pop your head underneath it, support your head, because sometimes it's nice, if you feel supported physically, you feel supported emotionally. So if we just support the head and don't feel like we're in pain. And we're going to place our hands on, so our fingertips are facing down towards our tailbone. We're making a little triangle with the fingers together, with the thumbs touching, and we're going to face them down to the base of the body, place them in the hip area we just worked. And even though they're engaged, just let the hands go soft while they're here. If the fingers move away from each other, then so be it. So just let them relax. Now just let your hips have a little bit of movement, and let your feet have some movement. Let your shoulders relax against the ground. And what we're going to do is just not worry about the pelvis for a minute, because the hands are nicely engaged. We're going to breathe into our chest deeply as we can, feeling the chest push against the ground. Now as we relax, keep the elbows nice and soft, and let the shoulders and the back sink into the floor. All that weight sink to the ground. Now take your attention to your pelvic region. And you can close your eyes if you like, you can open this entirely. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe in and really push that tummy against your hands to the breathe in. And then let the weight go and feel the hands sinking down towards the ground against the body. Do that again, breathing in. And let it sink. Now as you breathe in this time, I want you to imagine as you breathe in and feel the tummy, press it into the hands, that a balloon is expanding, the colour orange, and it's pressing against your hands. So breathe into that balloon, let it expand against your hands, lifting your hands. Hold that air in that orange balloon, keep your hands engaged. Now let the air go from that balloon, see it become shriveled, let it go, let the hands release and drop down against this region. Let's do that one more time, big deep breath in. And let the breath go. Now with your hands still here, maybe it is time to close your eyes. And I want you to picture yourself in a really loving situation, really warm, happy situation. So that might be how you might feel. You might want to wriggle yourself because you're in a bath and you feel nice and warm water surrounding you. It may be hugging someone that you love or a friend. It may be child, holding a baby. It might be giving your dog a good stroke and cuddling them, or whatever gives you that fuzzy, warm, happy feeling. And that's what we're working on today. This is an area of passion and inspiration as well, but we're working on the nurture side of things today. So think about it. It really makes you feel good place. Just breathing in and out of that thought for a moment. And then all we're going to do is we're going to release the hands and we're going to sweep them up the body. So bring the fingertips up the centre line of the body, over the top of the head and out the top. Now bring them back down to the hips and we're going to sweep that motion up again. So we're going to pull, it's like we're pulling that, stretching that orange balloon all the way over the top of the body and back up. And then bring the hands back down, sweep them all the way up, bring them all the way to the top of the head, over the top and back down. One more time, sweeping the energy, pulling it up through the body and back down. Bring your knees in gently. Bring your knees up towards your chest, just back again. Let the feet move. Now cross your feet over all your knee. hold onto your feet or your knees. Let's rock up to sitting. Bring ourselves up into a very loose cross-legged position. Nothing definite, just let them just fall down. It's all really relaxed. And we're just nice and soft through the shoulders and nice and soft through the head. And just allow your body just to have a little sway. So the sensation is that your tailbone's against the ground, and that's like the bows of a boat. It's in the water and it's going to stay there. It's very stable to the base of the boat. But the rest of the body's very fluid. Soft tummy muscles, soft legs. And even if we sway from side to side, we're never going to go over because that tailbone's keeping us rooted. Just allowing those muscles to be soft, let the head move, the shoulders move, let it move across. So the shoulders, the head seems to go after the shoulders, and it's just really soft. And now, a similar principle, but lean the weight forward and draw back up. I know we look like we're doing some kind of okey-cokey or whatever, but that doesn't matter. Just keep moving through the body, like snaking through. No pressure, just soft muscles. One more time, come up and down. And then come up nice and high and sit on top of your tailbone. Bring your feet in and relax them. Hands on your knees. Shoulders, head, knees and toes. And then relax the body. A deep breath in. Place your hand onto your opposite knee. Draw your hand behind, draw your shoulder open, and just look over your back shoulder. Now let your tummy muscles go soft. Stay on your central axis. Breathe in. As you exhale, really pull up through that pelvic floor like we did before. Push the air out. Soften the tummy muscles. Breathe in again. Pull up through the pelvic floor and out. Last time. And out. And then rotate gently back to centre and release those shoulders. Maybe do the same on the other side. Put your hand onto the other side. Roll your hand up and draw your shoulder back and look over your back. In your tummy muscles, breathe in. Drawing up, squeezing the muscles, pushing the air out. Soften those pelvic muscles, breathe in. Draw the pelvic muscles in, push the air out. Last time, breathing in. And out. And back to centre. Just let the breath turn to the head. Not necessarily moving, just anything that feels a bit heavy, tension. On top of that, make sure your back's nice and straight. Maybe your tailbone down and reach yourself. Bring your hands into prayer. Get the hands up nice and high. Draw an orange bubble around the body. This chakra is an orange colour. It's going to help you stay protected, inspired, and nurtured. Bring the energy back up and force in that orange bubble. Bring the hands down towards the heart.